Anthony Joshua is a failure. That's the comment that I've seen over and over and over again today. His legacy's over. This is it for him. He got beaten by a bum. Look, let's not disrespect the fact that this guy Ruiz, who most people hadn't heard of until this morning, is a trained professional fighter who probably trained really hard for the fight. But let's go back to Joshua for a minute. And the reason I made this video for you today is because I want you to understand one simple thing that I have had to learn this week, this month, this lifetime, the hard way. And that is what failure really is. Now, if we go back to yesterday, two amazing things happened in the sporting world. Number one, obviously the shock defeat of Anthony Joshua at the hands of Ruiz Jr. Number two, my team, Liverpool, won the Champions League. Now here's the really interesting thing about failure and critics. See, the critics are really quick to point out Anthony Joshua's failures. They're really quick to point out every way he went wrong. They're really quick to point out that his legacy's over. They're really quick to point out that so-and-so is going to beat him easily. Deontay Wilder will beat him easily. Fury will beat him easily. Look, I don't know the answer to that question. Only that we will know when those fights actually happen. But the reality situation is 99.9% of the people that are out there criticizing Joshua have probably never stepped foot in the ring in the first place and probably wouldn't have the guts to do so anyway. See, this is the concept of failure. The only reason why the people that you look up to in the sporting world, in the business world, or whichever world that you look up to people in are there is because they've just gone through more failures than you. Failure is not fatal. It's not final unless you let it be. You've got to learn from failure. So this last couple of weeks, I've had a lot of failures with this project that I'm trying to run out. Yeah, and you know, my coach that's trying to help me get through this program and get this whole thing rocking and rolling will attest to the fact that I have been really down on the fact that things have not gone my way. But when I realize why they've not gone my way, when I analyze why they've not gone my way, I can only learn from those mistakes, and I can only learn and see where I could achieve better results next time. So the reality of the situation is that failure is only feedback. I remember a good man telling me this on stage when I went to visit Brian Tracy in Ireland. He said failure is not failure, it is feedback. So if you look at failure as feedback, after the fight, Joshua said that he would go back and do things differently and make sure that he trains harder and all these kind of things. Yes, it's a given. And only we will see the real Joshua in the next fight. But the thing is most people watching this, I guarantee you, things have got tough for you and you've given up because you've failed and you've not learned from the lesson. Now let's go back to Liverpool for a second, okay? Yesterday, everybody's talking this morning about, 6 times Champions League winners, they deserved it, they did really well. Yes, they did. However, before the match, everybody that was a critic of Liverpool were quick to point out Jurgen Klopp has never won a European title before. You know, he bottles it, the team bottle it, whatever it is. But 6 times, I can't even remember how many times Jurgen Klopp hasn't won prior. I think it was 7 finals he's not won. And everybody said that he's a failure because he's not won a final. And yesterday he won a final. He didn't give up. He learned from every mistake that he had and he kept moving forward. And now he's got a Champions League trophy under his belt. Point in case is he didn't give up. You shouldn't give up either. Don't listen to the critics, especially that critic inside your head that says you're a failure, give up. Because you've got to keep telling that person that the failure is just feedback. And if you've got other people on the outside circle telling you that give up because you're failing or whatever, you need to cut those people out of your life because they're not good for you. You've got to realize that the critics are critics for a reason. They're the ones that have given up. They're not the ones that are right in the middle of the battle. They're not the ones that are pushing forward and trying to improve the quality of their lives for their family. They are just there on the sidelines because they're too bloody pathetic to do anything with their own life. Peace out. I'm going to leave you that message. Take care.